Hi, in today's video I'm going to show you how to use UV Tile Discard in Poiyomi Shader to toggle multiple parts of your mesh on one mesh, one material. But for example, I'm going to show you right here. I have this outfit that I made, which is basically a coat and a shirt and a tie. And I want to, for example, be able to toggle the coat off or the tie off. And I can make it so it's one mesh and one material using UV Tile Discard. So what you need to do in Blender, this basically takes two steps really, two programs to do, one in Blender and one in Unity. You have to start in Blender. And you can see how the whole outfit is one mesh. And I'm gonna go to UV editing. And the first thing you need to do, you need to go to edit mode and you click this thing in the UV tab and you change the tiles to 4x4. And I'll show you why we do that specifically. I'm just gonna create my material in Unity. UV Tile Discard. Gonna change it to Poiyomi. I'm so blind. Where is Poiyomi? Oh, there you go. It's actually the first one. Poiyomi Toon. And you go to Special Effects, UV Tile Discard, and you can see it's 4x4. So that's why we do it the same in Blender. So we go back to Blender. I'm gonna select all by pressing A. And you can see how my UV is pretty clean. And for this to work, you really need to have clean UV with no overlapping, by the way. So that's why I actually have this really clean UV. And this outfit was made in Marvelous Designer. And actually in Marvelous Designer, you can make some pretty clean topology, which also this is made in Marvelous Designer. The topology I didn't edit it much. And you can also make some nice UVs, so that's a good start. So I'm gonna, don't mind the texture by the way, that's not relevant. So first I'm gonna select my coat. And you can see these are all the UVs that are used for my coat. And in the UV window, I'm gonna also do A to select all. And now's the important part. We basically want to move in each square. We want to put what we want to toggle with the one button, one of the buttons here. So for example, I'm going to move my coat and I'm going to press G and X and I'm going to move it, and you need to move it increments of 1, 2, 3, etc. Because essentially what Unity is going to do in the end is going to put all the tiles on top of each other. So you cannot have overlapping. So you're just basically sliding stuff from 0, 0 to 0, 1, 0, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, and all that. And I'm gonna do the same with my tie. You can see it's quite small. And I'm gonna do G and X, and then I'm gonna put 2. And I'm gonna just press A so I can see what I did, and that looks good. So basically my shirt is on the first on 0, my coat is on 1 and my tie is on 2. So now I'm going to actually export my model real quick. Let's see. Okay, so what is my, there we go. I need this. Just gonna keep it whatever it is. I'm gonna do visible, I also need my armature now. Nice. Visible objects, FBX all, no leaf ones. There we go. Now it's gonna import, and I'm gonna put it basically anywhere in my project. Just gonna put it to the side, and I'm gonna set up my material, and I'm just gonna put like a basic matte cap on it, so we actually see what it looks like. And that's in shading. For example, this. And I'm gonna do another one. For example, this one. And I have a mask for this part of the mesh. And I'm gonna replace, also replace. That's a bit too much though. Let's just do it like this for the purpose of the tutorial. So now what I have to do is enable UV Tile Discard, which I did already. Well, I didn't, so let's do that. It's gonna compile for a couple seconds. And now you just simply push these buttons. For example, I'm gonna toggle my coat or toggle my tie. And you can see the model is one material, it's one mesh, and you can just easily toggle these things using a UV Tile Discard. And for the bonus tutorial video, I'm gonna show you how to do the toggles in a blendtree. So first I'm gonna create a basic menu and parameters. I'm gonna create a menu. Oh, this is an old one, I'm gonna delete it. I'm gonna make two parameters basically, boolean toggles, toggles coat and toggles tie. I'm gonna put them on my avatar in the descriptor. And I'm also gonna need an animator, so I'm gonna do that, add one. And I need to drag my avatar here into the avatar slot. If you don't see this here, it means your rig has the wrong settings, and you need to git configure and fix the errors so the avatar can be, can work properly and be animated and all that. Alright, let me set up the menu real quick. Add two controls, and both of them are gonna be toggles, coat, tie. There we go. Now I'm gonna create an empty FX layer. FX. Let me change it to float, and first one is gonna be blendtree weight, and it has to be set up to 1. It has to be, value has to be 1. Now I'm gonna add all my parameters as floats in here, and the reason why I do that is that blendtrees need floats to work, but the thing is you can add parameters as booleans here, and they're gonna get translated into floats if they have the same name in here in the layer. It's fine, that's how it works. It's quite nice actually. So now I'm gonna add this layer called blendtree. I'm gonna add a new state from a new blendtree. Double click, change it to direct, add two blendtrees. Basically one toggle or radial is one blendtree here, and the parameter here has to be set up to the blendtree weight, and you set it up to 1. Well, you don't set it up here, but it has to be set up as 1 here. Now I'm gonna change this to the actual code, add two motion fields for a toggle, and this one we're gonna add tie and do the same thing. Now I'm gonna make the animations real quick. Now I prefer to do this by hand, even though there's software that can do it for you. And then you go to your mesh, to your material, and you don't forget to have right click and have animated when locked on your Poiyomi material on here, because if you don't, it's not gonna work when you upload. So for the code, I'm gonna click and it's gonna disappear. For code 1, I'm just gonna copy paste the same thing but set it to 0. And I'm gonna do the same process for the tie, which is this one. And tie 1, just gonna be 0. See, works really well. Now I'm gonna put the animations into the FX layer. Like this. And put the FX layer into the slot right here in the descriptor. And everything should be fine for this purpose. So how about we test it using the gesture manager? So now I'm testing using gesture manager in the play mode to see if the toggles work. And we can see they do work. So I'm gonna click these buttons and there you go. This is how we use UV Tile Discard to toggle parts of our mesh on one material and save on many resources and optimize the heck out of it. Because it's nice and we can and it's cool, you know, and Topper likes you for doing that. But anyway, it's quite nice. So like and subscribe, tell me in the comments what you think. I'll talk to you in the next video.